Welcome. I'm Dr. K, and I'm here to help you to navigate through the many challenges in your life's journey so that you might ultimately become the highest version of yourself. Right now, I'm going to talk about the brain and how the brain is wired 95% for habit and 5% of our brain activity is available for conscious thought. Now, how do we get our habits? We get our habits from repetitiously doing something over and over and over again. Some of our habits are behavioral habits, and some of our habits are habitual ways of thinking about something. An example of a behavioral habit is how, if you've been living at a place for quite a while and you drive yourself home or you walk home, you do that on automatic pilot. You do not have to pay attention to all the landmarks. Like there's a fast food restaurant right here, and 3 blocks down there's a gas station, and then I'm supposed to make a right and then go down 10 houses, and then my house is on the left. You don't do that. You can just drive yourself home. You can be in the car talking to somebody. You can be talking on the phone. You can even be just listening to music to your favorite jams, and then next thing you know, you pull up in your driveway without even having to think about it. So that is a behavioral habit. Now, a habitual way of thinking about something is stinking thinking. A lot of people I talk to in my practice have a habitual way of thinking about things from a negative perspective. So I'm going to call that stinking thinking. And one of the biggest stinking thinking concepts I can think of right now is where people tell themselves that I'm not good enough. I'm not okay. Something is wrong with me. When something happens, then that stinking thinking pops in and they focus on whatever that situation is from a negative perspective. So now we have behavioral habits and we have habitual ways of thinking about things. And remember that 95% of our brain activity is used for habits, and the only 5% is left for that conscious thinking. So if you're walking around on automatic pilot 95% of the time, wouldn't you want your habits to be in alignment with what it is that you want for your life? Think about this. Our habits determine how our life is going to turn out. Our habits greatly impact the kind of person we are or the kind of person we're going to become. Our habits greatly impact the type of relationships we have in our life. Our habits strongly impact our mental and emotional health. Our habits also impact our financial picture. Take a look at your habits. What are they doing for you? Are your habits adding to your overall well-being, or are your habits taken away from your overall well-being? And I know you got some good habits, and then we all have some bad habits. Whatever the case may be, whatever habits you have in your life, whether they are behavioral or habitual ways of thinking about things, if they are not taking your life in the direction that you want to go, then you can change. And how can you change? By rewiring your brain. Your brain got wired from doing the same things over and over and over and over and over again. And that's how you got your habits. You can rewire your brain by doing something different over and over and over and over again. And scientists think that it takes maybe 21 days, but I would say give yourself at least 1 month in practicing your new replacement habits, is what I'll call it. Practice, 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 so that you can get your habits to become what it is that you want to experience in your life. Rewire your brain.